The highlights of today's defense news, 23rd of June 25. Hindustan Aeronautics backs transfer of technology of SSLV from Isro. Axiscades and Aldoria partner to bolster India's space surveillance capabilities. Axiscades and Europe's MBDA join hands to set up defense unit in Bangalore. Indian Navy to commission stealth frigate Tamal in Russia on 1st of July as part of Tushil class. IIT Kanpur and Army's Western Command sign agreement for joint research. Zetwerk set to pump rupees 500 to 800 crores for component making. DRDO develops 6 kilowatt solid state power amplifier advanced gallium nitride on silicon carbide technology for next generation radar systems. DAP 2025 revision, the objectives and suggested issues for deliberation. India to mass produce Astra Mark II BVR missiles with two separate public-private production lines. Adani and Bharat Forge win the CQB tender from MOD for Indian Army. The global highlights: Leonardo Bombardier to explore maritime multi-mission aircraft opportunities. GM NP Aerospace to offer infantry squad vehicle for UK's LMV program. Stream Engine, a California firm, AFRL seal partnership to enhance Pentagon's tactical intel ops with AI. BAE Avionic test AI threat detector aboard Typhoon fighter jet. Pratt& Whitney tests 3D printed turbine wheel for TJ150 engine. Qbert to deliver second hyperspectral camera to Bundeshwar. And in the war zone, Iran considers closing oil corridor, the Strait of Hormuz. A look at the news in detail. Hindustan Aeronautics was declared the winner of the bid for the transfer of technology of the Small Satellite Launch Vehicle SSLV, the ISRO's rocket to place satellites up to 500 kilos in low Earth orbit. HAL was the standalone bidder for the coveted contract to build the ISRO designed rocket and was pitted against the two consortia, one led by Alpha Design and the other by Bharat Dynamics. Hindustan Aeronautics presented the winning bid of 501 crore rupees to emerge as the sole manufacturer of the SSLV after the completion of the process of transfer of technology that is expected to take place over the next 2 years. Under this technology transfer agreement, HAL will have the capability to independently build, own, and commercialize SSLV launches. Axiscades Technologies has signed a strategic memorandum of understanding with French space surveillance specialist Aldoria. The announcement was made on the sidelines of the Paris Air Show at Le Bourget, signaling a new phase of international cooperation aimed at enhancing India's capabilities in space surveillance and situational awareness (SSA). The partnership aims to align high-level data systems and integrate advanced SSA technologies tailored to India's growing satellite ecosystem. With increasing global activity in orbit and the rising density of satellites and debris, the collaboration is seen as a timely move to equip India with critical tools for orbital monitoring, collision avoidance, and space asset management. Over the past 5 months, Axiscades and Aldoria have engaged in discussions with ISRO and its tracking arm ISTRAC to evaluate India's current space situational needs. The outcome is a partnership that promises to address these gaps through a blend of Aldoria's optical sensor technologies and Axiscades' expertise in defense-grade software systems and integration. Dr. Sampath Ravinarayan, the chairman of Axiscades Technologies, described the agreement as an important milestone in the company's continued commitment to India's space ambitions. Aldoria, which has established a global network of optical telescopes across 4 continents, brings significant technological depth to the partnership. The collaboration will explore the development of scalable end-to-end SSA solutions that integrate both software and hardware components. The two companies aim to deliver high-resolution tracking and early warning systems that will support India's civil, commercial, and military space operations. Axiscades announced on 18th of June that it will significantly deepen its long-standing collaboration with European missile systems manufacturer MBDA, marking a major strategic milestone in India's defense industrial ecosystem. The announcement was made during the Paris Air Show following a high-level meeting between MBDA Chief Executive Officer Eric Berenger and Axiscades Chairman Dr. Sampath Ravinarayan. For over a decade, Axiscades has been serving as MBDA's primary Indian offset partner with past responsibilities including the development of test benches and built-to-print solutions for MBDA's Mica missile systems and missile launcher platforms. The French-led multinational defense group plans to increasingly rely on Axiscades for cost-efficient, high-quality engineering and maintenance services. As part of the expanded strategic roadmap, Axis Technologies will construct a new facility in Bangalore's Aerospace Park near Kempegowda International Airport. The new site will be exclusively dedicated to MBDA-linked programs, featuring a state-of-the-art missile launcher test bench lab, specialized infrastructure, instrumentation suites, tools, and stores. Trained personnel will also be deployed to handle project-specific responsibilities, making the center a future-ready node for missile system development and support. The Bangalore facility is expected to serve dual purposes, first as a forward integration point for MBDA's tactical weapon programs in India, and second as a scalable template for absorbing new project lines as India's defense modernization accelerates. Axiscades established engineering and system integration track record with India's Ministry of Defense, defense labs, and public sector undertakings adds credibility to the expansion initiative. The Indian engineering firm already provides design to certification services in electronic warfare, avionics, ground support equipment, and drone based surveillance systems. Its capability suite is now being positioned for more active co development and long term life cycle management engagements. Navy is set to commission its latest stealth multi-role frigate on 1st of July at Kaliningrad, Russia. The ship is christened as Tamal and is the eighth of the series of Krivak-class frigates inducted from Russia over the past 2 decades, with Tamal itself being the second ship of the Tushil class, which are the upgraded versions of their predecessors, Talwar and Teg classes, having 3 ships each. When the series of ships finishes building, the Indian Navy will be operating 10 ships with similar capabilities and commonality in equipment, weapon, and sensor fit over 4 different classes. IIT Kanpur and Indian Army's Western Command have signed an MOU to collaborate on research and development, innovation, and indigenization. The partnership aims to advance joint research in various fields, including engineering, physical sciences, biomedical sciences, management, and social sciences. Zetwerk is looking to pump in rupees 500 to 800 crores as the Bangalore-based unicorn embarks on manufacturing printed circuit boards, enclosures and electromechanical components such as heat sinks and sensors. While the application for the government's PLI scheme is being prepared, Zetwerk has forged technology tie-ups with companies in Taiwan and is eyeing setting up manufacturing plants over the next 1 year. DRDO has developed a sophisticated 6 kilowatt solid state power amplifier that represents a significant advancement in radar transmitter technology. This cutting edge system, developed by LRDE in collaboration with Aiden Technologies, Bangalore, utilizes high power gallium nitride on silicon carbide devices to deliver exceptional performance characteristics, including wide frequency response, high gain, and superior peak power capabilities. The DRDO 6 kilowatt SSPA employs an innovative multi-drawer architecture housed within a standard 19-inch 18U rack configuration. The system achieves its impressive 6 kilowatt peak pulsed power output through sophisticated power combining techniques that integrate 8 individual 1.5 kilowatt peak power solid state amplifier modules. This modular approach ensures both scalability and redundancy, critical factors for military radar applications where reliability is paramount. The amplifier operates across the frequency range of 2.9 GHz to 3.3 GHz, specifically designed for S-band radar applications, including the AMDR, that is the Air and Missile Defense Radar systems used by the Navy. Each module within the system is capable of delivering a minimum of 6 kW peak pulsed power with pulse widths of 100 microseconds and a duty cycle of 10%. The broad objectives of the Defense Acquisition Policy Review are enunciated as under: to meet the operational requirements and modernization of the armed forces in a timely manner in order to ensure security of the nation, to align the DAP to Government of India policies and initiatives in order to achieve self-reliance by promoting technology infusion through indigenously designed and developed systems, enable Make in India by promoting defense manufacturing in India through facilitation of JVs, TOT avenues for private sector, encourage FOEMs through alignment of the FDI policy, and to make India an international defense manufacturing and MRO hub. Promote design and development both in the public and private sectors for the infusion of indigenous technology and design by startups, innovators, and private defense industry. In order to achieve the above objectives, the committee solicits the comments of all stakeholders on the following: suggested policy procedural changes to streamline the acquisition procedure related to issues like categorization, ease of doing business, conduct of trials, post-contract management, fast-track procedure for absorption and procurement of new emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence in existing and future systems. Changes desired in the language of the DAP to remove ambiguity and inconsistencies and other aspects of inclusion or deletion to enhance clarity of procedures. Any other issue which needs to be addressed as part of the review. The Ministry of Defense is finalizing a strategy to establish two parallel production lines, one led by a state-owned entity and another by the private sector, to accelerate the delivery of what will become Indian Air Force's primary air-to-air weapon. The Astra Mark II, developed by DRDO, is an advanced missile with a strike range of 160 kilometers. It is currently in the final stages of user trials and is expected to receive clearance for full-scale production and induction into the armed forces by 2026. This move is a cornerstone of India's Atmanirbhar Bharat, aiming to equip the nation's frontline fighter jets with a domestically produced state-of-the-art missile. The missile represents a major technological leap over its predecessor, the Astra Mark I, which has a range of up to 110 kilometers. A key feature of the Mark II is its dual pulse rocket motor, which allows the missile to conserve energy and receive a second thrust in its final attack phase. This dramatically increases its no escape zone and makes it highly effective against agile, high-speed targets. Adani and Bharat Forge win the CQB tender from the Ministry of Defense for Indian Army. Bharat Forge has secured the L1 position and Adani is in the L2 position. The contract is valued at around 2,000 crore rupees. Adani Defense and Aerospace is expected to receive 40% of the Army's close quarter battle carbine contract, complementing Bharat Forge's 60% as the L1 bidder. The split aligns with the Ministry of Defence's approach in large volume procurements, ensuring faster delivery timelines and broader industrial participation. This marks a significant milestone for Adani in the small arms segment, especially under the indigenously designed, developed and manufactured category. The carbine was co-developed with ARDE and is a major milestone under the IDDM category. Now a look at some global news. Stream Engine has signed a cooperative research and development agreement to support the integration of AI solutions into U.S. Department of Defense workflows. The 3-year project will see the California-based partner with the Air Force Research Laboratory to deliver enhanced AI models, analyze their future uses, and field them across tactical and intelligence operations. The firm's core solution is a real-time behavioral pattern and threat recognition, leveraging large unstructured data sets to deliver actionable insights. BAE Systems and Sweden-based Avionic are testing an AI-enabled capability aboard the Eurofighter Typhoon to reinforce the combat aircraft's threat protection. The ongoing evaluation at BAE Systems facility in Wharton, Lancashire, focuses on Rattlesnake, a software designed to relay key decision support information for aircraft, command and control networks, and simulators. The capability is backed by Avionic's missile library to interpret a safe flight course away from the range of enemy warheads during beyond visual range operations. Avionic noted in its product portfolio that the proprietary AI technology is a cost-effective investment that sustains superior situation awareness without risking pilot workload and focus in both offensive and defensive scenarios. QBERT is to deliver the second hyperspectral camera system to Bundeshwar. The cameras are off-the-shelf Ultras into 20 plus models and have not been customized. The cameras are integrated into an airborne setup which includes a dual sensor payload, stabilized gimbal, and software tailored for the DJI M300 and M350 RTK unmanned aerial vehicles. The first one was delivered in December 24. Both cameras have either been sent to Ukraine or in the process of being transported, according to Loschrer. The Ultras X220P model has a spectral range of 350 to 1000 nm, includes 164 spectral bands, a spatial resolution of 1886 by 1886 pixels, a frame rate of 4 Hz, and weighs around 630 grams. The detection range depends on 3 parameters, including the camera's resolution, the lens, and the speed and the altitude of the UAV. As a general estimate for a 1 megapixel camera, the smallest detectable object is from 100 meters above ground level. The Ultra X20P provides up to 1886 pixels, with each pixel capturing a 164 band hyperspectral profile. From the war zone. Following recent U.S. airstrikes on its nuclear installations, Iran is actively considering the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a move that would have profound global repercussions. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow but critical maritime choke point connecting the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman, through which approximately 20% of the world's oil and a significant portion of natural gas are transported daily. This route is essential for the export of oil and liquefied natural gas from Gulf states such as Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and Iran itself to markets in Europe and Asia. The Iranian parliament has approved a measure endorsing the potential closure of the strait in retaliation for the US strikes, but the final decision rests with Iran's Supreme National Security Council. That's all the news for today. We hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and do give us your feedback. Thank you and have a great week ahead.